Hi, my name is Brenda Fuentes, and I'm doing my presentation for LIT362. My presentation topic is about Abraham. Who is he, and why is he such an important figure in three major religions? We are first introduced to Abraham in Genesis 12. From what I understand, Abraham is a faithful and loyal person to God. He believes in one creator. He believes that there's no other creator. He doesn't think that idols exist. He doesn't put his faith into idols. He puts his faith into God. And that's why I think he's such an important figure in the Bible. Abraham is the son of Tarek. His wife is Sarai. His first name, before he became Abraham, was Abram. Abraham's story sort of begins in Genesis 12 when he's living in his father's land in Haran. He's about 75 years old. The Lord appears to Abraham and says, "Leave your father's country, leave his home, and you will be blessed." Abraham does so. He leaves with his wife and his nephew, and he travels. And then he travels and travels and travels up until he gets to Canaan, where God tells him, stay. God tells him that he will be the father of many nations. He will be blessed beyond his dreams. Abram was 99 years old when the Lord appeared and told him, "He will be the father of many nations, and his name shall become Abraham." So it wasn't until he was 99 that he went from Abram to Abraham. The Lord also changes his wife Sarai's name to Sarah. So now Abram is Abraham and Sarai is Sarah. At this point, the Lord is making him a lot of promises. He's telling him that if others bless you, I will bless you. If others curse you, I will curse them. And he says that whatever land that I send you to, this land will be for you and your descendants. The Lord promises him a lot, and he asks a lot of Abraham. But Abraham never hesitates. He always obeys what the Lord asks of him. In Genesis 22, Abraham is presented with a situation that you would think is a difficult situation and a difficult decision for him to make, but it's not. God puts him to the test and tells him, sacrifice your only son, Isaac. Us as people would think, no way he's going to do that. Like, why would he do that? It's his only son. Why would he sacrifice him? But without hesitation, Abraham obeys what God asks of him. And he takes him to an altar and is about to sacrifice him until an angel appears. But let me backtrack a little bit. When Isaac is on his way with his father to get sacrificed, Isaac is not aware about the situation. Isaac thinks that they're going to sacrifice a lamb. And then Abraham puts him on the altar. He's like, lay here. He covers his eyes and is about to sacrifice him when an angel appears and tells him, stop. I believe in you, and I believe that you are faithful and true to me, and we believe that you're faithful and true to God, and this is not necessary anymore. You don't have to do this anymore. You're faithful and you're loyal to me, and I will not question your faith and your loyalty to me. It was basically a test to see if Abraham was still going to obey God. God's commitment with Abraham is basically the foundation of salvation in the Old Testament. It's like the history of salvation. Like, this is kind of said, it's like the stepping stone as to what salvation will look like if you're faithful and you're loyal to me. From what I researched, Abraham is an important figure in three major religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam/Muslim. They all believe in one God, or a God. And Abraham is presented in all three religions. Abraham is central to Judaism because he's regarded as the father of the Jewish nation. They believe Abraham believed in a truer God, while others worshipped idols. He was known as the first Hebrew, the first patriarch. In Christianity, Abraham isn't as large as a figure as Jesus. The way we see it in the Christian religion is that Abraham is a true believer and others should be like him. He's not as big as he is in the Jewish religion or in the Islam religion. the way they see it is that Jesus is the Jewish Messiah. Or the idea of a divine Messiah is what separates Christianity from Judaism and Islam. According to the Christian religion, God asked Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac to prove he was worthy to be a father of many nations, to be the father of Canaan. It was a test for him, but it was also for him to prove to God that he was worthy of doing this. Islam regards Abraham as a link in the chain of prophets that begins with Adam and culminates in Muhammad. Muslims tend to end each of their prayers, their daily prayers that they repeat like 5 times a day, they end it with a reference to Abraham. Muslims' holy text, the Quran, includes the story of Ibrahim smashing his father's idols. In the Quran, the story of Abraham begins earlier than it does in the Bible. In the Bible, it begins around Genesis 12. In the Quran, it starts like way earlier than that. And in the Quran, there's no mention of the name of his son. In the Bible, his name is Isaac, but in the Quran, they don't give a name. The Muslim religion sees him as a believer of God, or Allah, what they believe in, obviously, but also a prophet. The story of Abraham is basically the same in all 3 religions. Some little details are changed. Each religion obviously interprets the story differently, but in the end, they all have the story of Abraham. They all follow the same cycle. They just interpret it differently, or they change little things. Like in the Jewish religion, the Judaism and Islam, they believe that he was a worshiper of God because his father worshipped idols, and he didn't understand why his father worshipped idols. He didn't understand why he would worship them when they're just things. Apparently, in the Judaism religion and the Islam religion, the story goes that Abraham smashes his idols, and then his father comes back, and he's mad. He's like, "Why would you do that? They're just items." And then Abraham's like, "If they're just items, then why do you worship them? I believe in a creator, not these stupid idols that you have." And in conclusion, I think that Abraham is an important figure in these religions because he's a true believer of a God or one God. And they all believe that they should be like him, or they should worship him. And I think that Abraham ties all these religions together, and they're very similar in a sense where they all believe in something. I mean, not in something, but in someone other than idolizing statues or anything like that.